Hello, Richie Stephens. How are ya?
Yeah.
We're live.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Can
we're
you hear
live, and it's
me?
good to be alive.
It's
Always good to be alive.
Richie. Can we talk? Can we talk? Can we start there, Richie? Can we just start? That it's good to be alive, Richie. I just got in because I had to do this
Mhm,
interview for you. I was over in Vancouver,
mhm,
and there was snow in Toronto, and a lot of flights got canceled, and so we
mhm.
spent 24 hours in the airport. And now today, when the airport in Toronto opened up at Pearson, would you believe one of the Delta flights trying to land flip over on the
Mhm.
runway, Richie? Nobody died, but people were injured. But it just show you we have so much to be thankful for, because that's where we were supposed to be going. We were on the Delta flight. We switched to Air Canada. You see what I'm saying? So
Yes. Well, as I said earlier, it's best to be better to be late than never.
I love it.
And regardless of what happened, today's events, you're here,
We're
and
here
we're on, and we're alive.
on IRAWMA Live. Big up.
We
Richie
are
is
live.
up.
We are
Richie, we
live
are
in many
live.
ways. So let's not reflect at all on
Mm.
the negative that happens today. Let's talk about the positive, which we're here in the flesh and we're alive in so many ways.
You know something? You sound like your mother and a preacher right now, because that's how your mom would have wanted us to look at it, right? You're your mother's
You're
child.
exactly
And
right.
that's the
You're
teaching,
exactly
but that's
right.
exactly it. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Richie.
Yeah, man. Mama instilled a positive vibration in her children, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been the biggest one. I get a lot of that. So I kind of learn how to just think about the blessings of God and not the curse of men. You
And that
understand
is
me?
exactly it. And that is why, I was coming out of a master group, and that's exactly the energy we have all had. Like, look at this. You can't, my phrase is, you just can't make this up. It's not your attitude, but it's not your altitude that's going to do it. It's your attitude that's going to give you the altitude. What is your attitude to what happens to you? And so let's talk about you and what's happening to you with the Humanitarian Award for the
Hmm.
IRAMs. I mean, Richie Stephens, you are
Hmm.
up for the, I mean, this is big. Can we talk about this and how you feel about getting this humanitarian award? Because this is a huge, huge
I
deal.
always believe to be honored outside of your profession is always a wonderful thing. No, everybody know me as a singer. Everybody know that I'm Richie Stephens, the established singer. But this award, why it is so special to me, it has nothing to do with singing, really. It's about the upliftment of others. And you know what? I've been involved through my Richie Stephens Foundation for many, many
Hmm.
years,
How many
doing
years, so Richie?
community.
Hmm.
From I was 21 when I just made a break in the
Hmm.
music business, I decided to start the Richie Stephens Youth Russia Foundation. This was in
Yeah.
my community back then.
Hmm.
And then after a few years after that, got more established and just decided to launch a foundation. So
Hmm.
I used to do like community football matches, and then at one point I adapted the infirmary in my hometown, Savlamaro, which is a home for the aged,
Hmm.
people in the twilight of their lives. So
Right.
I've been involved in these type of things for years and years and years. But more recently, my brother, Lieutenant Stitchy, who fell ill, and
Right.
myself and Rodney Price, Bounty Killer, decided that we're gonna have to step up to the plate and do something because Stitchy is a wonderful human being, and we
Yes.
cannot sit back and watch him suffer like that. So Bounty did
And
his
thank
thing.
you. Thank you. Hmm.
Bounty did his thing, and I was there to support him at the handing over. It was the first time we're meeting Stitch's wife at that handing over, and we were both so happy because before meeting her, we didn't understand what was going on. We was hearing a lot of things.
Oh, but we
Yeah,
didn't know the
we were.
real, yeah,
Yeah.
how
So
crucial, how critical.
when
Hmm.
we met her, she really just cleared the air on a lot of things. Rumors like he's in a coma. He was never in a coma. There was one ugly rumor one time that he's passed. He died,
Yes, I
and
remember when we had to
yeah.
quiet
So
that.
she was there to just clear up them things and a lot more other things. And
Hmm.
Bonafide said, listen, I am the one behind the GoFundMe, because people were under the impression that the GoFundMe was bogus, so nobody wasn't
Yes.
participating at all. So she was there to clear those things up and get the momentum, the real momentum. So Bounty is the one who I know of that made um the first handing over. And then after that I said, listen, I'm gonna be fully committed in doing, and not even doing an event, in doing my part. And when
Right.
I start reaching out to some of my members, friends and family members and all of that, the Good to Go restaurant in Chicago, two
Mm-hmm.
people that I've been working with for many years, husband and wife. And when I reach out to them about putting something towards helping Stitchy, they said to me that, listen, Richie, we'll give you an opportunity to do a benefit concert for Stitchy. How is that? And
Mm-hmm.
immediately I jump on the opportunity because I know it would have been a better a, a better way to do this, to
Mm-hmm.
reach out to people and ask people to come and support. So you're giving them entertainment
Right.
instead of just asking for help. So
Right.
that worked out well. And we made the donation to Stitch's wife
Mm-hmm.
at my house on my birthday. So that was a
Wow.
very special feeling
Wow,
again,
Richie.
you know. But usually now we do these things and, we just give thanks that we were able to do it and we're going back to regular scheduling. So in comes now IRAWMA.
Mm-hmm. In comes Irama.
Yeah, that put a beautiful touch on it by saying I'm nominated, you know, to this lovely category of people who reach out to other people to
Mm-hmm.
make a rough situation better. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm extremely proud of this nomination and really looking forward to it because, as I said, it's nothing personal that I've achieved. This is something where I'm more giving, so I feel good about it.
In
Yes.
service, in
Hmm.
service, Richie. And so that is why we had to talk to you about this. And thanks for taking the time to even provide that background, that important context in which to view what happened with Stitchy, what happened with you, and big up to Bounty Killer, Rodney.
Hmm.
And everyone and your friends in Chicago and everyone who came together. But here you are spearheading the movement. And I mentioned your mother earlier, and again, it is in the spirit of what you learned growing up as a child,
Hmm. Yes.
in Savlamar, in that has become even in your music, that which soothes and provides positivity in the message. And so to see you now being recognized by Arama, I want you to, you've been a staple in reggae and dance. I mean, we're talking about decades. And I mean, I know you say it feel good to be recognized and celebrated in this way where it's not in reggae and dance, but in service. But Richie,
Hmm.
this is really significant, because a lot of our artists need to really step up in this way. And if you don't mind, we're not putting anybody on blast. We're just speaking about the general. Who, if we have, we can help, and we see somebody in need. I saw what was done, and a lot of people saw what you do and have been doing. And so, can you talk to that and how we can help to kind
Hmm.
of encourage folks to know it's okay to help when
Hmm.
you can.
Well, to be honest with you, there's a lot of people in the business who are always helping, and
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of them. Some of them
Certainly.
will give and not wish to say,
Oh, they do
and all of
quiet.
that.
Okay, quiet
But what
giving.
I do is I encourage them to say, because by doing that, you're encouraging other people to give as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
It makes
I
sense.
don't think it just should have been a secret because other than you're inspiring other people, it's just a good look for the industry as well.
Absolutely.
We're in an industry that is known for hostility.
Mm-hmm.
People are always going at people and so on and so on. So whatever we're doing that is good and wholesome, we need to put it to the fore as well. You understand me?
I thank you
So
for
I
saying that.
encourage my fellow brothers and sisters in music to go up front and do what you're doing in a positive way and hope to inspire and let's drown out some of the negative. with
That's
some
how we drone it
positivity.
out. That's exactly
Yes.
how we drone it out. That's
Hmm.
exactly how we drone it out, Richie. And again, if you're just joining us, I'm Sharon Gordon here, just chatting with, the icon himself, Richie Stephens. I mean, Richie has been a staple, a household name in reggae and dancehall for years and decades, rather. And he is going to be recognized at the 42nd IRAWMAs on March 30th with this wonderful humanitarian award for his work, his service to his fellow artists, community. Richie, there's a song you did that makes many, but I think of Fight Back, as we're talking about this, and how
Hmm.
Fight Back has become like an anthem.
Yes.
And can we
Matter of
talk
fact,
about, did you know
yeah.
that this song was going to have this lasting impact? Tell us about
Well,
that.
to be honest with you, when we write and produce and sing songs, you never can tell where it's gonna go.
Uh,
Sometimes we have high hopes for some songs that never do nothing at all. And sometimes the song that you least expect to do well, that is the one that start put the food on your table. But Fight Back was always a vibe from the inception.
mhm,
I used to live on the same street with Garnet, same
mhm,
community, just live up the
mhm,
road. So him
mhm.
used to pass on a regular and shout me up and thing. And one day him say, Richie, we not sing the song yet though. I'm saying it's true, but you know what? I have a song I'd love for you to hear.
Uh-huh,
And the song was Fight Back. Because Fight Back, a lot of people don't know this, was originally recorded by myself.
uh-huh.
And it was due to come out in that same week that he asked me about, let us sing a song together.
Mhm,
So I
mhm.
said to him, I have something I'd like to play for you. So about a day after I went by his place, played the song, and him loved the song immediately, fall in love.
Right.
So I said, all right, so what you want us to do? Because we can go back to the studio, take out some of
Mhm,
my voice, and just put in your voice.
mhm.
Same melody, same lyrics, everything. And that's
Right.
exactly what we did. And the night, I tell people about this experience all the time, because some experience will never leave you.
Yes.
When Garnet came to record the song, we went into the studio. And I've never experienced that kind of energy in a studio before because we were singing in the booth, me and him. And when we look in the control room where everybody else was, um, the look on the faces in the room was extraordinary. The vibration in the room was not the same as normal. Everybody was touched one way or the other based on the lyrical content that we were singing and the spirit that we were putting into the song. Because I remember we were singing the chorus together. Get on up, stand up, fight back. And then Garnet hold me on the shoulder
Mhm.
and he was trembling, trembling, trembling. And, I was there singing and I said, boy, I don't even have to ask nothing. It's just the energy in the room. You understand?
It
And
is,
from
yeah.
that day until now, that song has that same kind of
Energy.
vibe about it. Same energy,
Yes.
same vibes. Even last night I did it on the show.
Ricky, wow.
Yeah, man.
Where were you last night? Where were you last night? Shout
Last
out
night I was at
to
a place called The Lot on Constant Spring Road in Kingston.
okay, and big up to the lot and all that.
Yeah, it was
Fight
the
back.
third song I did on the show, the third song.
Richie, you continue to write songs that have become like Fight Back, anthemic, and have that staying power, that ability to always be current. So I can imagine you performing last night and giving them that, just gave everybody the energy of, what makes you Richie Stephens, your songwriter, your singer, your producer, your humanitarian, your
All right. Well, I'm a big student of life itself.
you're a
And I
big
love to,
student of life
yeah,
itself.
man. And I love to learn things.
Yes,
I love
yes,
to challenge things and,
exactly.
try to understand things. In this music alone, I am a singer,
Hmm.
songwriter,
Hmm.
producer,
Yes,
promoter.
promoter,
Yeah, because this is my business and I'm very
visionary.
curious.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. So that is just
So
my style. I love to learn. As I say, I'm a student of life.
And that is a
always.
beautiful thing. And that's a beautiful. So let me ask you a question then, right? You, with all that you've said, and you've really played a significant role in bringing, and they would say bridging, reggae and dancehall and other genres out there. And how do you see the fusion? I know it's happening really on this international level. There's a flavor now, right? Would you say? And can you talk about that, Richie, as someone who many years ago, this is Richie, that's
Mhm,
your energy, that's the sound, that's what you
mhm.
do. Can you speak to that?
Yeah.
And it's
Well, I believe in amalgamation when you bring styles and genres and flavors together.
hmm
Because you see, it's called cross fertilization, and without that,
um
cultures die. Yes, without that,
reggae
cultures
came
die.
out of that, dancehall came out of that, and so it
Yes,
continues to feed itself. It's a
yes,
gift that keeps on giving, and the more we mix it up and the more we blend it up, the sweeter, right?
yes, man. So when other people, other artists, other
Yeah.
countries, other
Uh-huh.
genres come and blend with our music, it's something to be proud of. Because
Yes.
if people not impressed, they're not going to want to be with you. They're not going to want to be a part of what you're doing. So all of the international artists from back in the 60s, 70s come up that
Mm-hmm.
come sing from Mick Jagger come sing with Peter Touch. This
Yes,
one sing
yes.
with Bob Marley, this
Mm-hmm.
one. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful thing to
It
know
is.
that our little island can produce music that people from first world countries just try so hard to be a part of what we're doing. You know,
Absolutely.
it's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, it's something to be proud of.
So it leads me to ask you, the Iramas has been celebrating reggae and world music for decades. And how important, are platforms like this then, Richie? And I guess the question really is, you've kind of touched on it, for artists in the industry right now, because we need these platforms, I would say, to help to
Let me tell you
do just
something.
that.
Let me take this moment to salute Mr. Ephraim Martin
Take the
and
moment.
the entire IRAWMA
Yes.
staff
Mm-hmm.
because I know it's not easy. I've seen many, many awards come, many, many go,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
IRAWMA is still standing.
Mm-hmm.
I
42
know it's not
years.
easy. You know, I have
Mm-hmm.
been on a few of them. I've got a few IRAWMA awards in my house.
All right.
And I must tell you this: I've been there through good times, tough times, not so bad times, and all the times. And Martin find a way to weather the storm, and I salute him for that. You know, I remember when there's no sponsorship at all. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but the award still go on.
Goes
You
on.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So
So
I have
salute
to
to
big him up
Mr.
on that, and it's
Martin.
very
Mm-hmm.
important. It's very important because we need to look. This is an opportunity for us to look into what we're doing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when you're honored for something, it means that hey, people are noticing your worth and
Yes.
your work.
Yes.
And if
Yes, they
you're
are.
honored for something, if you're honored for your brilliance, you just have to give thanks and know that at least you're doing something that is right. You know, I
Absolutely.
mean, if you're working every day and you're not being recognized for what you're doing, it's an easy way for you to feel fed up or
Yeah.
probably want to stop. You
True.
know,
True.
so to be awarded for your work, your profession, your bread and butter is just a wonderful icing on the cake.
A wonderful icing on the cake, and a good message to share with younger artists. And I want to ask you about that because many artists do look up to you, Richie Stevens. Many of them do. And
Hmm.
so, on along that line, what kind of advice then would we, in continuing with this line that we're on, that you would share or provide, to emerging reggae and dancehall and world music artists? Because you have friends and you have influence all over, but staying in the same vein, of
So let
supporting
me
them
say
and
this
all
to
that.
you. I always encourage young artists or young people in life
Mm-hmm.
to bring
Mm-hmm.
your talent and leave the hype because the hype will eventually fade out.
Right.
But if your talent, it can be developed and it can move from good to great based on how
Right.
much you put in. So
Yes.
don't be distracted by the hype. I know when people young and them blood hot and you know the testosterone kick in is a different kind of
Right.
thing.
Right.
But we still are saying how important it is to be conscious, because
Yes.
sometimes you can lose your chance based on your attitude. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
It
And I've seen
determines
that
your
happen many,
altitude.
many
Yeah.
times. I've seen some
Yes.
outstanding talent that didn't reach nowhere because the behavior just wasn't right. You
Wasn't
know?
right.
So I always encourage you to come with the right attitude, with the right talent, and you're
Mm-hmm.
unstoppable. And let me just say,
Unstoppable.
there's an artist right now called Young Ras.
Young
I
Ras.
tried to say his name on all these platforms because I want people to look out for him.
Okay.
Really, really talented young
Are
artist.
you producing him
He's-
at all, Richie?
I haven't produced him officially yet, but I just did a combination with him, produced by
Okay.
Delamar from RDX. So we
Okay.
we did a song. We're getting ready to release a song. It's called Big Man versus Young Boy. Big Man versus Young Boy.
I love it.
Uh,
And you
So
know,
it's great entertainment. It has some really entertaining lyrics in it. So watch
lyrics in
out
it,
for
I
that
can
song.
imagine. Just the
Yeah,
title.
man. And big up Butler, because Butler is the one who is managing Young Ras. And he's the same
Okay.
one who
Big up Butler.
discovered Vibes Cartel and bring
Okay.
Vibes Cartel to Bounty Killer. So this
Okay.
man has an ear
Other
for
ear.
talent. Yes,
Well,
yes,
world
yes.
boss
Yeah.
is no world boss, right? And so if
There
you're
you
listening,
go.
I'm listening out for Young Ras. So, Richie, I was gonna ask you, it was one of the questions I wanted to ask you this evening was what's next as we, talk with you and not want to take up too much of your time. But what's next for Richie? And here you are, you're dropping the new thing upon we already and
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
projects
Well,
are coming.
I'm a workaholic, so I love to do things. I love to be in the studio. I love to write.
Mm-hmm.
I love to sing and all of these things, do live shows and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. So I
Mm-hmm.
am doing some work with Clive Hunt, who is one of our
Okay,
legendary
nice. Yes,
producers.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
I'm doing some work with Clive Hunt right now. He's working on a Sting project that's gonna be big. Some of the
Ooh,
biggest
ooh,
names in reggae he's
ooh.
using to sing these songs. Big up Clive, he chose me as one of the
Wow.
vocalists. I give thanks for that.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And
See, that's
then
why I have to
I
ask these
am
questions because big things are going.
yeah, man, some nice things going on. This,
Yeah, I love it.
yeah,
Anything
man.
else you
So
want to share with us? I want to say, share with us, I mean, Richie, people love to know what is happening with their artists. So you might give me
mhm.
something like last night you was at the lot of a Conscience
Yes,
Spring. Them love
and
for you
I'm
to be
getting
there.
ready now. I'm actually in rehearsal now for a major event, a
Okay.
major assignment, and that's the Love and Harmony Cruise.
Guess what? Tell them when that is.
All
What?
right. It's from the 3rd of March to the 8th.
Wonderful.
So
And
we'll
you're
be
going to be
sailing
there.
5 days, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be an awesome cruise.
Yes.
You have dance all night, you have legendary night, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's an all white night with
Mm-hmm.
myself and Mr. Berrysaman
Yes.
performing
Yes.
and sing. So I am excited. I'm really looking forward to it. And you know what? My preparation is amazing. I'm really pulling out all stop to make sure that my presentation will be what I want it to be.
Well, I got to tell you that we will be there. We go every year. Uncle Barris, we go to support my uncle every year on Love and Harmony. I think I've only missed one. It may have been the first one, but we're looking forward to seeing you all white night with Uncle B on the stage, done in the place. But I can't tell you how exciting it is to know that you're going to be
Hold
there.
on, and then
Oh
I
my
am.
gosh, there's
I'm
more.
Well, I know I'm coming to Florida to do a
When?
performance on the IRAWMA as
Of
well.
course, the 30th. Of course, of course.
Yes,
Richie,
yes,
please don't let
yes.
me lose the work. Richie, let me just tell people voting ends on March 10th and the show is on the 30th. And please purchase your tickets at irama.com.
Yes,
Irama.com. Please,
yes,
voting
yes,
ends
yes,
on the
yes, yes,
10th.
yes, yes.
The show is on the 30th in Coral Springs, Florida. Get your tickets. That's why we're talking to the humanitarian awardee for this year, Richie himself, Stevens, and irama.com is where you go to get all your tickets and all your information. Boy, I'm in enough trouble.
Yes,
Enough
man.
trouble. And if
Yes,
you look at the
man.
bottom of the
And
screen
you
right
know
here,
what?
you see everything.
I am truly looking forward to perform
Of
because I
course.
haven't done it in a while. I haven't been on the IRAMA stage in a while, and I'm looking forward to come and just really do a nice presentation there as well.
This is going to be beautiful. The Iramas on the 30th in Coral Spring. Richie, I think we have to wrap up now. So as we get ready to wrap up, this was so lovely. Thank you for taking the time, Richie. We're looking forward to seeing you on the 30th. Any last words? Anything you want to say to
Hmm.
your fans worldwide watching,
Hmm.
listening,
All right,
cheering
first
you
to
on in getting your humanitarian award?
first to the organizers of this great award show that's been going on for years, the 42nd years.
42.
I salute you again, Mr. Martin, and the staff of
Salute, Mr.
IRAMA.
Martin. Yes.
I say this because I wanted to continue to give them 42 more years.
Nice.
And
Nice,
to all the
Richie.
fans, all the well wishers, just
Yes.
know that when you support IRAM, you're supporting a great event.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping to keep our music together in terms of music culture and vibes, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
come out and support as you know how to get the ticket. Sharon just tell you all. Lots of my
Irama.com.
family members, lots of my family members from Atlanta, same place in Florida, New York, coming down to be a part of it.
Yes.
So it's a family reunion for me as well, you know. So
On a
I've
big
seen
night.
some
You're
people.
receiving a big award, Richie. Come on, it's a big night. We're
Well,
all
them
coming
want to
to
come see that.
celebrate
Them
you.
want to come see them
Yes.
family I receive.
Yes, yes. It's the same vibe. Like I said, when we're going on the cruise, we big up Uncle B, and I wasn't able to be here for the big Valentine show over the weekend, but it's all right. You know, everybody was there. But it's what we do. We love to big up our family, and so we know you have that love and support in the community, and we thank you, Richie, for just taking the time out of everything you're doing to chat with us. And folks, he is our humanitarian awardee this year at the IRAMAs. His name is Richie Stephens. Go to irama.com. Voting for everything concludes on the 10th, and the show is on the 30th. Richie Stevenson, what a pleasure. Really, it's been just to
Blessings.
chat with you and see you soon. I'll see you on the cruise and then I'll see you at Iramas
Yeah, man. Bless up every time. See,
every
looking
time,
forward to
Amar.
see you.
Of course, man. I thanks for the good words always. All right.
All right, darling.
All right,
Bless.
Richie, thank you. So there it is, Richie Stevens, Sharon Gordon, just hanging out for a little bit, chatting as we do on the IRAMA, the upcoming IRAMAs, 42nd year happening on the 30th of March at Coral Springs in Florida. And go to irama.com to get tickets and information. And Richie Stevens, the recipient of the Humanitarian Award this year. Just a lovely, lovely, lovely gesture, and we just know that he is so deserving. And thanks to Mr. Martin and the staff and all those who make IRAMA what it is, and to all the nominees and everyone participating behind the scenes. Terrell, big up yourself, Terrell Blackett, number one publicist in the world. And to everybody, Christine, thank you for your work here in getting this live done, and everybody behind the scenes making it happen. Peace and love. I'm Sharon Gordon. See you on March 30th.